Thomas More Stadium full of puppies here on Bark in the Park night. We've heard a chorus of ruffs, barks, woofs, and growls, but lots and lots of wagging tails as well. The Owls have a chance to make those tails wag a little bit more as they're down 2-1, but entering the bottom of the fifth inning, this is where they made their money yesterday. They were down 2-0 and scored 5 runs with 5 straight hits to open up the gate. Ready matchup. Ed Johnson leading off against Rudy Gomez. First ball on the way. He swings and ropes it to the opposite field. Right side and down. The Owls lead off with a hit just like yesterday in the fifth.
Looked like Dorigi had a little trouble seeing that. Didn't come in on it initially. Had to wait back. That sun, is just going down right now. It'd be eye line more instead of looking up and seeing it. It'd be more in your eye line. So a line drive like that from Johnson could be difficult.
Well, very good swing from Ed, and you're right, Dorigi really had trouble seeing that ball. The shadows are peeking all the way across the infield. First pitch to the top of the order, Blaze O'Saban. The righty squares to bunt but pulls back. Comes down the middle for a strike.
Small ball right there. Got speed all the way around.
Blaze settles in, crowding the plate. Johnson on first. Gomez from the stretch. Squares to bunt, lays it down third base side. Third baseman comes in on it. Throw to first is in time. Johnson makes it to second, though. Emmanuel Sanchez very quick with the draw there. That's the first time Blaze has been retired with a sacrifice bunt. Every other time he's played down a sacrifice, he's actually beat it out.
Yeah, he's, I was in the room for the conversation where Chad was saying, whenever you're bunting, you've gone a little too early on that sacrifice. I want you to bunt for a hit, even if it is a sacrifice spot. Just make sure you get it down, and we'll move that guy over, but protect yourself as well.
Blaze and Ed are your two fastest players on the team. Ed, who leads the team in steals, going 21 for 28. Blaze, who's 19 for 20 on stolen base attempts, is right behind him in second. And coming up is someone with his own relative speed, Craig Massey, the Owls player coach. He shows off his speed a lot on the bases, stretching singles into doubles, but he's only tried for a steal 5 times this year, going 4 for 5. He digs in on the left side. Runner in scoring position, down by a run here in the bottom of the fifth, 1 away. First pitch. Fastball low and away, ball 1. And we've been talking about, this has been the main discussion today with Chad Rhodes out of the picture for this series, going home for a personal matter sort of abruptly that nearly doubles the work for Massey and Carl Craigie, the acting head coach. Fastball in on the belt for a strike. That's an odd toll to now be playing and be next step for the manager.
Yeah. No, it's something that, if anyone could do it, it'd probably be Craig Massey.
Well, he's got his players' respect. You hear them talking about him in a very high way all the time. That one winds in for a strike, making it a 1-2 count. I mean, have you ever heard anyone say anything disparaging about Massey?
Never.
No. 1-2 count. Closed off stance at the back of the lefty box. Gomez from the stretch. Swung on and slapped foul off the third base side. And that's that two-strike approach we see from Craig Massey a lot. He'll wait for something on the outside, and he'll try to poke it the other way. It's almost like a slap bunt in softball, or more of a drag bunt in softball, where you just keep your bat in the zone for a while and hope to make contact. 1-2, he does it again, chopped high to third. Sanchez waits back on it, fielded at his hat, throw to first, not in time. Johnson takes third. And the Owls use their familiar turf to their advantage. That's the third time in the last week we've seen the Owls get a hit that way. Just hacking it against the ground as hard as they can and hoping for the high hop. Runners on the corners for Brian Fuentes, batting from the right side. 2-1 Thunderbolts, bottom of the fifth. From the stretch. Curveball dances high and inside. Fuentes winces out of the way. 1-0 count. With runners in scoring position, Brian is batting .316. He's got 51 RBIs. That's more than anyone with a runner on second or third. 1-0. Fastball up near the chin. 2-0 count. He's got runners on first and third. And the Owls really could use these games. They just entered 4th place. 1 spot now out of the playoffs, trying to chase 3rd. 2-0. Another hanging curveball, high and inside. 3-0 count. So the Yalls are chasing those Lake Erie Crushers by 5 games still, but they're a half game ahead of the 5th place Schaumburg Boomers. 3-0. Fastball right down Broadway. And Rory, this has been the narrative for the last few weeks. You want to make it to 3rd place. You want to be that last team in the playoff spot. And the Yalls are the team arguably with one of the easier schedules, while Lake Erie has, a ton of series against top teams. 3-1, swing and a miss, blown away. With 6 series to go, including this one, Lake Erie is playing 5 of them against teams that are in the top 5 in the West.
Yeah, it's in favor. I can't, you want to say in favor of Florence, but you still got to do the jobs against these bottom teams.
Full count to Fuentes. He deals low and outside, ball 4. Well, any Yalls fan is familiar with the term Grand Slam. We've seen 8 of those this year, 3 of them in the last week and a half. Now the bases are loaded for Hank Zeisler, who is one of the oddly few players without a Grand Slam on his ledger this season. He's 2 for 2 in this one with a single and a double. 2-1 Windy City. Bases loaded, 1 away, bottom of the 5th. Righty on the bump, lefty at the plate. Zeisler lays his Auburn bat on his back shoulder and resets in an open stance. First pitch. Watches a backdoor curve fall for a strike.
Speaking to Hank today, he never says he's trying to fully power one out. I think he's more of that prototype build where he just has a great swing and can push it out on his own.
0-1, misses up near the helmet.
Even in that cleanup spot, it's a lot of people think the cleanup guy's there for power. Honestly, he's just there because he can drive runs in at ease.
Comes in with 55 total RBIs on the season. 1-1, high leg kick. Swing and a miss, low and inside. You chatted with him earlier today. We'll be able to watch that conversation in episode 5 of Flow Talk on YouTube, where we talk with members of the Florence Yalls. What did he say about his approach at the plate in these big scenarios?
Well, he credits the team a lot. He talks about how he's only as good as the team around him, and obviously that's very much true for the #1 offense here in the Florence Yalls. Like I said, he doesn't look to power these out. He just looks to get good contact and isn't exactly looking for his pitch.
1-2, he swings and misses low and inside. Went golfing down near his ankles. And that Rudy Gomez curveball seems to have thrown a wrench into that mentality.
Hopefully the Yalls can push something across here. It's always tough if you are trailing 1 to leave the bases loaded and not get anything.
Well, here's Stephen Hrustich. He does have a grand slam in the past week. Came against the Slammers back here on Friday. Ready matchup. First pitch. He swings and lifts a high fly ball down the right field line, sort of in no man's land, but hanging up towards the chalk. Coming in from right and sliding to make the catch is Derigi. The Yalls leave the tying runner on 3rd, the go-ahead on 2nd. A lot of anticipation in that frame, but no payoff. We move on to the 6th inning still, 2-1 Windy City.